Hi friends, welcome back to my crafty desk. Sandra here at Blossom and Inspire, and I'm gonna have a play with these gel sticks. I really just mess around because I honestly do not know the whole thing about them. They were in a big lot that I bought from a friend quite a few years ago. Well, yeah, I guess it's been quite a few years now. I bought a giant lot of art supplies when she was moving, and these were in them, and so I just try to play with them. I've seen people use them on video, so I kind of have an idea. I know they're watercolor based, so I can play with them. What I want to do is I need to make a background for the Valentines for the kids because, let me show you really quick. What I'm doing is I have these little cards, so I changed my design a tiny bit. I have pink and I have red. I did some stenciling of some hearts with some red ink. And then I had these little cupcake boxes that or whatever, not cupcake, they're little boxes, treat boxes that I bought in the Valentine aisle, and I cut them down. And then I took, remember they're gonna have their little poo-poos. So I took the two little Hershey kisses or hugs, and I thought that was perfect because, you know, the little poo-poo emoji thingy. I don't know, whatever. Anyways, and then this just stretches on it and hangs on tight. That one has like a little thing there. Okay. And they have little faces on them. They're just funny. Anyways, I'm a prankster and a jokester, and the kids know it. So that's what's going to go in their little things. And then I have these little hearts that I got at the dollar store. And I'm going to use these. So I trimmed down some fabric. I have went back and forth with different things. This is what I ended up with. So I have Valentine fabric that I ripped into strips, tied around the thing. And I'm going to put this in here like this. And then their treats on their little card like that. And then I'll sign the back of this. But I needed to personalize these little hearts. So what I did is I thought, this is a white gel pen. I'm just gonna simply write this on there. We love the poo out of you. And then I took another pen, so I'm using this white gel pen. I'm probably gonna have to put something over top of it. And then I use this gold pen right here, which I believe I got this at the dollar store. And I just make some little dots on there. The back, I just added some ink just to darken it up around the edges. Nothing, as you can tell, no, no skill there. And then I put my little hearts. I already did some coloring background. That's what I want to do, is create a background color. And then I'm just going to write on there, Happy Valentine's Day. I'm going to attach that to it. And then, so when I put it on there, I'll just draw my circle. And then I'll use these handy dandy things and punch the hole, and then I'll get it on there. And then, because I thought about this after the fact, I'll have to go take all of these off and put them on. But I'm thinking maybe I won't have to do that. Maybe what I can do is just simply cut up the thing there. Yeah, you know, or just tear it up. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do because I'm going to glue this on anyways. And I've already got all these tied. So yes, work smarter, not harder. So I'll probably have to do a snip on that. Let's try it really quick and see. Because if I have it done, I'll remember. If I don't have it done, I'll end up untying at least half of them before I remember what I was going to do. So I'm just going to slip it on there and then glue it down. Yeah. Because I don't think they're going to be taking these apart anyways. There we go. And then that way it looks like there's my secret. There's my secret. I got to have a secret. So that's all I'm going to do. And then I'll write on these and decorate them, and they'll slip right inside there. And their little candy will be underneath their pip-poos, and that'll be their Valentine this year. So, one moment. Okay, I'm back. The other thing I want to do while I'm just playing with this background is I wanted to talk about our ATC, our Four Seasons ATC exchange. So, I'm always flying by the seat of my pants. So I really had no idea of what I'm gonna take these out. No idea of how to do it. I had some questions about how we're gonna go about doing it, what to send, lots of different things, and they're all super great questions, and lots of questions I never even thought about. So I have to really figure this out. The sock exchange. Now, when I said it was going to be similar to the sock exchange, what I'm in the fact that we're going to do it live, and that you're not going to know what you're going to get, basically. But some important points have been brought up. So I think I have them figured out. And what my plan is, my friends, I'm going to grab I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget. Okay. I'm literally reading this. I was thinking about how to do the exchange that's still fun, and has a surprise factor on it, but a little more time efficient, because we don't want it to last an hour and a half. I mean, I don't mind visiting for an hour and a half. I just don't want this part of it to last an hour and a half. I mean, right? So what I was thinking is this. Before I came up with this, I thought, when everybody sends their stuff in, that's how I know who's playing, right? And as you send your stuff in, I'll take your name and I'll write it down on something, and then I'm going to stick it in a unmarked envelope. And I thought, oh, but they're so boring. So what I did is I took an envelope and this side's out, this side's in. I want it to be doubled up so that you can't see through it. And then I thought, well, that's kind of cute, and that can be like a little pocket. And I want to give you your thing with your name on it. So so then I took it a step further, and I punched a hole on one side of it, right there, so that you have a little pocket here. And then, but you also have a pocket here and a pocket here. Now, full disclosure, I'm not sealing that little glue strip. I'm so sorry, my friends, but that's just, that's just a secret. I don't know. I mean, if I have time, I'll do it. Right now, I don't have time, so I'm not going to commit, but if you may get it sealed. And then I'm just going to stitch down the edges right here, and then you have a cute, very plain, unmarked envelope. And then when your thing comes in, oh my gosh, I didn't even have it all together. Let me just grab something. Let's just say that these little tickets here, just say I put your name on something like that, and then it will be folded in half. It'll go in here. Everybody will be on the same size. So there's no way for me to know. You know what I mean? And then I'm gonna stick it in there. And then I'm gonna use I just had it here. Did you see it? A safety pin. Nope, it's a paper clip. It's gonna be a paper clip that I put on to keep it shut. Just like that. It's gonna be super easy to open up. And then on that, you're gonna have, I didn't want to write on this, but I guess I can for the sake of this video. I'm gonna write number 1. So as they come in, they're gonna have a number, okay? Okay, oh my gosh, I don't know why I say that, okay? I think I'm saying that more for me than for you, for anybody else. All right, so we'll say that's number 1, okay. Okay, jeez, all right, Sandra, get back, come back, okay. Oh my gosh, I really need to edit that out, but whatever. All right, now back to the program. So then all your envelopes will then go into the bowl that we use, or whatever. We might need a bigger bowl since some of these are quite large. And then we'll just put them in there. Boom, just like that. Now, also what's gonna come with your package is not just your name, but it's gonna have your piece that you made. Correct? Correct. So now, I know some people say they would like to send extras and do different things, and that is fine, absolutely fine. You do you, my friend. You have the creative freedom to do whatever you want, as long as you follow the rules of 3.5 by 5, or as close to that as possible. I do know that those cards are not the exact size of a 3.5 by 5, because I have them too. So if I go, like, based on my ruler, if I go right there, see, it's just slightly under the 5, and it's just slightly under the 3.5 mark. I just don't know math enough to say that it was 3 and however many little, whatever, marks. So I just wanted to make it, what I was trying to get across, and I'm so sorry that I was not that successful on doing that, is that we're not doing the small 2.5 by 3s. So as close as you can get to that, that'd be great. Please don't go over 3.5 by 5, because we're making little booklets. Some of us are, and we want them to fit in there. So please don't go over 3.5 by 5, but get as close as you can to that base. That'd be fantastic. I hope that answers some of the questions. Now, let me get back to my little notes here. So your things, your makes, your beautiful pieces that you're making, I was thinking that we should actually look at them in the very beginning. I think that might help save time. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take clear sheets of paper, of plastic, of something. I'm actually gonna just stitch up the sides or use washi tape. I'm gonna make a little pocket, not to fully cover it, but just a little pocket for it to slip inside. So I can attach a little hanger on the back of it, and I think they're gonna fit on this really pretty frame that I have that has a cork board. Jason put this thing together for me years ago, and I thought I can poke them on there, and then they can have a number associated to them. So what we'll do is we'll look at them all, and then we'll put them on the board, and then I'll have all the numbers, and I'll just draw a number and put it on as they are in place. So for instance, say here's the frame. I am not an artist, my friends. Stay with me here. Stay with me. This is going to be very, very rough. Say this is the frame. And, you know, the pretty frame that Jason decorated. No, he didn't decorate it. He painted it. It's black. And then there's corkboard. And so say your cards come in. They're 3.5 by 5. They're going to slip in this little pocket that I made. It's clear so we can see them after I showed them to you up close and personal. And they're going to sit in these little pockets, right? And then your card will come out of it, like, you know, whatever, however it's made, your card. But the little hangy thingy will come around this way. Does that make sense? So it's not going to actually come around there. It's going to be on the back, but basically it's going to come down like this, okay? And then, does that make sense? So you would never know what I drew if you don't follow me. And you still might not know even if you're following me. So we're going to have these across the board, okay? Okay. Okay. Stop saying that. Jiminy Christmas. So here we are. There's little pockets. They're going to hang. Your card's going to slip right inside. Just boom, just like that. We're going to be able to see through it. That makes more sense now. And then as we pull them out and I put them on the board, we'll get them up there, and then I'll have a little bowl. I know I make this so complicated, but say we'll have a bowl to the side of the table over here. It's going to be right over there. But anyways, we're going to have number 1, number 2, and they're going to be on these little tiny tags because I love to make lots of different things, and I love to make things as complicated as possible because it's fun for me on some level. I don't know. Maybe they will be circles. That'll be even easier. I have a circle punch. Boom. Okay. And then I'll take that little punch, and then I will, that way I can take that little sticker. Oh my gosh, I have stickers. That's what I'll do. And I can put the sticker on the cellophane bag that I made. Boom. 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, as they come out of the bowl here. Guess I don't have to do that. This is like nonsense. Let's back this up. I'll just put them on the board. I'll put them all randomly, and then we'll just number them, okay? There we go. Take that out. That's out. We're not going to, that's an extra step that's not needed. However, the bowl, we'll take those out. The bowls will have the envelopes in there. That's what they'll have, okay? So we'll have the envelopes. There we go. We're back. I'm back on track. Okay, so we have all the envelopes in the bowl, okay? And then they are unmarked, and there's a name inside of each one. But we don't know because they're all mixed up. So when I pull these out, that's the process. That was what I was thinking of, you guys. Okay, so as I pull these out of the bowl, we'll pull this one out, and we'll just put a number 1 on it, and the same, and then on number 2, and then number 3, like that. How does that sound? Does that sound okay? Does that sound like? And then you don't even know. You don't know what number you are because all these envelopes were unmarked, so we won't know until we pull them out. So we'll pull them out, and I'll pull this out, and I'll be like, oh, stars 1, number 1. Oh, the moon 1, number 2. You know what I mean? And then that's how we're trade. That's my thought process. I think, let me read this. I promise it does not offend me. I want you guys also share your thoughts about what you think about this, my process here. But if you want to, if you have any tips to help me, Lord knows I need them. But what I wanted to say is, we don't have to do this exact process for all 4 seasons. We can do different ways to do it. We can try different avenues. If we like this and it works and the majority wants to stick with this, then absolutely we can do that. But I don't know what I'm doing. I'm flying by the seat of my pants. I just want to have fun. I want my friends to have fun. I want people to stay engaged and enjoy this and do it again, do different things. So I love the input. I do not get offended. If you feel like you have a little bit more extra input than just in the comments, send me an email. That's fine. So I don't mind getting emails. I don't mind getting messages on Messenger, on Facebook. I don't check it very often though, so don't get upset if you don't hear from me for like 10 days. But email I check all the time. My YouTube comments I check all the time. Sometimes I'm at like a day or 2 behind depending on what's happening in my life. But that's kind of that. And then let me see, we will do now that, yes, and then the pull starts. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, see, oh, I already had a diagram made. See, that's what I was thinking. And see, there's my bowl envelope. See, I wasn't ever going to do that number thing inside there. Okay, goodness gracious. All right, there's that. Now there's my paper for my cards for the kids. I'll stick that over there. We'll use that later. Now, I just want to color and make some background, so that's what I'm gonna do with this. And I think I'm just gonna try, I know you can use baby wipes to move it around, so that's what I was doing on the other one. So I think I just want to put color everywhere in some different spots. And I don't know, is there like a rule? Like, are you supposed to put like in 5 spots, just in the corners? Are you supposed to follow something? Like, are there rules? I don't know. If anybody knows, please tell me. I promise I don't get offended. I really don't know what I'm doing half the time. And I just want to pull this through like this. And I want to get rid of those lines if I can. I'm not very good at that. Well, I didn't really want to color the whole page yellow, but that's okay. And I think I'm going to drop in some orange. So now these are different. So it looks like these are sparkly and these are not sparkly. Some of them are sparkly. Maybe silver's always sparkly. Oh, this is like a sparkle. That's gold. Okay. And these ones I think are kind of sparkly. So I think I'd like to put some of the orange on here. Oops. I think I'm just gonna stick with some colors that I really like to play with, or I like to see, like in flowers. That's how I have to think of it. So this is like, I'm filming this on Sunday, and these have to go into the mail no later than Tuesday because it's gonna be Valentine's Day. And the mail takes like 4 or 5 days to get places. So I need to make sure that the kids are going to get their Valentines in time. And the whole time I'm doing the Valentines, see, like those lines, I didn't like that. The whole time I was doing the Valentines, the Valentines, I was thinking in my mind, like, oh, what am I going to do? What am I going to do, though, for the, Easter. I'm like already thinking like, okay, Easter. And I know I want to use those super cute, those little yo-yos that Denise made me. Oh my gosh. And I'm like, I've never played with them before. So what am I going to do? I don't know. I'm thinking, oh, see, I'm going Easter colors now because I guess it's kind of Valentine's. So, but I was thinking, and I haven't done it yet. So I was thinking like maybe sewing like little buttons inside the yo-yos. Does that go there? Maybe sewing some buttons in the yo-yos. Well, that might be pretty, huh? We'll do some red. It is Valentine's Day, for goodness sakes. And I've never made like just like Easter, like bunny tails, but that's what I'm thinking of. So that's what's I'm thinking of. Doesn't mean that's what I'm gonna do or end up being, but that's what's kind of like playing in my brain right now. And so, ooh, that's pretty. And then I can attach a little something to it. You can tell when I'm really thinking hard because I'm like, so I just want lots of color in here, I think. And get some brighters in here. Some brighter ones in here. And I'm thinking about Easter, and St. Patrick's Day comes before that, doesn't it? Yes, it does. But they're both going to be in March. That I do know. Here's some more purple. I think this is the one I wanted to use. This is like is that purple? Is that black? I don't know what that is. Let's see. We'll find out in a minute. It's purple. It's like a dark purple black, but that's okay. A little bit of black isn't going to be bad. It looks purple, though, in the cap. Like, huh. Oh, I I hear my husband out there playing on Kitty Cat. Kitty Cat. Here's the purple I was thinking of. Kitty Cat is his bobcat for anybody that's newer here and doesn't know what I'm talking about. And does he like it when I call it that? Nope, not at all. Doesn't stop me though, because I tell him if I don't terrorize him, who will? It's part of my job, man. I better be kind of nice I better be a little bit nicer than normal because he's finally bought me a sink that doesn't hurt my hands. And he's going to install it. I don't like that, see? But that's okay. I'm not done. I'm not done. Let's go. Look at this. I have this. Is this just like a silvery? Let's see. Ooh, that's cool. It's like an opaly. Okay, but I don't think that's working. All right, I have lots of dark on here. This is peach. Does it lighten it up though? Is it like a pink? Is it too dark now to do that? I have a white one. Let's try it. Don't know until you know. Somebody here already probably knows. I also put gesso on that other one. I want some colors on here, but I don't want it to be so dark that I can't write on it and see what I'm writing. And I wanted some bright spots. Hello. Hello, lady. I need to take a class, man. Is anybody here giving a class? All right. Okay. Let's do that for now. I did go around the edges with the black on the other one. I feel like I need some, maybe I'll put more yellow on here. That's gold. Oh, did I do this one yet? Okay, I think I need to go this way over on this line. Okay, there, that's it, right? I needed to take my lines a different. Was that whoever was telling me that? Thank you. Or something similar. Probably somebody's probably like, well, that's not exactly what I was saying, but close. Maybe. Okay, let me just do that. And get those over there. That goes over there. Was that the red one we used? It's like a pinky red. It's very sparkly. All right, just stop with that. And then I was taking my stamper and I thought, just to put little hearts everywhere, just to give it a little bit more something. And I'm using this super dry pad that I bought brand spanking new. Maybe it's supposed to be dry. I don't know. Do they come dry? I ask this question all the time. And I know somebody said I can try the re-inking on this, but I didn't even know they did re-inking for these waterproof ones. But part of me is like, I don't know if I want to spend the ink on it when I've never had one that worked right. And I want my hearts to go all different ways so I can get as many hearts off this paper. And kids aren't even going to care. But I started to, I was like, I'm not going to do all this because they don't really see everything. But the thing is I do. I see it. So like sometimes Jason would say something like, I don't think they're going to care, Sandra. They're going to love it no matter what you do. And I'm like, but that's not the point, man. I can see it. I want to love it too. You know, I want to be like, I don't want to see something on their wall and be like, oh, I have to go cross my name off that really quick because, oh, heck no, you know. I don't even know if these are going to look like hearts by the time I'm done. Okay. Done with that. Now I'm going to just put some of this on there, and I'm just going to use my old Care credit card here. Care credit. Has anybody ever heard of that? I don't know if is that everywhere? I feel like it should be everywhere. It's or is it a state-based thing? I don't know. It's a credit card. If you don't know, it's a credit card that a lot of healthcare places will accept, and you pay 0 interest on it as long as you pay off the full amount within the specified time. So they break it down into payments, monthly payments, like a regular credit card, and you can see the interest that would be charged, but you don't pay any of that unless you don't pay your minimum payment. So if you miss one payment one time, it's kind of like that Home Depot thing. So like if you miss one payment, if you're late on one payment, then you owe all the interest. So we got that years ago when Jason and I, when the kids were younger, you know, and Jason and I were actually working on getting our fillings redone. We're getting all the mercury out of our mouth, and it was expensive, and so we didn't have any kind of like, we didn't really have health insurance for us, I don't think, back then, but we definitely didn't have dental. I don't think we've ever had really anything that was good with dental, even for the kids. But so we found that our dentist is like, hey, have you heard of this? Because we have this. And I was like, oh, no, I haven't. Let's try that. So then we were able to just do like, Jason would, well, he told me to go first. Isn't he sweet? So I would go first and then get some work done. And then he would go and he would get some work done, and every year. And we did that. I think it took us like, whatever, I don't know, probably 5 years. I would say by the time everything was all said and done, it probably took us about 5 years to get both of our mouths with the fillings. Oh no, it wasn't 5 years. It couldn't have been 5 years. I think I'm thinking of the orthodontics for the kids. Maybe it was like altogether like 2 years, like, because 1 year I worked on mine and then the next year he did his. I think that's probably more like it, but I don't know. Just talking nonsense, my friends. But anyhow, I love that card. I think it's so nice, and I never knew about it. And I think and I've met lots of people who they've never heard about it. And I was like, how did you not hear about it? Do I want all that on there? I don't know. I don't know what I did. I think I'm just talking too much. So I'm gonna pull some of it here. Oh, and I'm using watercolor paper. Hello. You probably figured that out. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe you didn't. I'm using this thing right here. It is Canson watercolor, 9.5 by 12, 140 pound, cold press. I almost said grain free. No. That's my food. Or not my food. That's my dog's food. Grain free. Okay. My sweet little puppy. She's not a puppy, but she's my puppy. She's like my little baby. Always and forever. All right. I'm just going to waste that because I don't know what else to do. I want my hands out of it. Then let's see. I just need this to go dry really quick so I can draw my hearts on there. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm gonna let that finish drying, and I have this one over here that I did. See, it was a little bit brighter. It wasn't as dark when I wasn't yakking, yakety yak. That's me. So, what I did is I used that heart, which I have no idea where I put it. There it is. Okay, and I just put it on there, and I traced around it. So, I'm gonna do that. See, this one is the one where I did all the hearts, almost all the hearts going one way, and I wanted to do when I was cutting them out, I wanted to do them this way and this way. I was wondering if I'd get more out of it. Doesn't matter. I have plenty of paper, but so I did not do that. So all I'm doing is putting it here, and then I'm taking my pencil and just drawing around the heart. And I'm not going to worry about that circle because I did it on this one and I realized that I'm cutting my hearts a little bit smaller so they fit on there. So because of that, I had to redo the circle anyways. So just a little tracing here. that one's just gonna get on there, but like, again, I'm cutting it smaller anyways, so that's fine. Should be fine, we'll see. If my hands don't go rogue on me, I should be fine, but you just never know. Okay. Then I just cut, it was easier just to do that and then cut all the way across. And it's okay if I go right on their little tips of their hearts. Again, I'm going to be cutting them smaller. So like, I'm just going to go. And I just want, it's okay if they're kind of wonky. See, a little wonky, and that's fine. I want it to, just want it to fit on the back of this, because I'm just gonna glue it down, but I don't want it to go over, so I already know I can cut a little bit smaller now. And if you don't like wonky hearts, if you're doing something similar to this and you don't like wonky hearts, then of course you probably would cut it a different way or be much more meticulous with it. I am not going to do that. I'm gonna see, and it's not even gonna be like evened up on there. And then I would take it this way and move those out of my way for just a moment. Do that, which, I mean, I'm gonna cut through it also because, you know, like I attached everything, but however, I need to know where I'm gonna be cutting it through. This might help. I'm wondering if I just go all the way to the tip and use this. Kind of worked. The smaller snip would probably be better, but let's see. I mean, these hearts are all the same, so this should be fine. And oh voila, I'm done. Now that's what it looks like without having the back end redone. The other reason why I wanted to put this watercolor paper is because these are from the dollar store and they're actually very flimsy. So, and I'm making them for kids, and I just thought, it's still gonna be flimsy, but it just gives it, if this like cracks, at least it's gonna be stuck to something, right? I don't know, that's my thought. That's my thought. So that's what I'm going with. Anyhow, I'm just gonna keep cutting these out and making these cute little hearts, except I'm still making it too big. There probably is an easier way to do this. I don't know what it is. I feel like I use watercolor paper a lot at Valentine's Day with the kids. I think it's one of those things that I really wish I knew more about how to use it. There's like, you know, like there's like that inner burning inside that's like of something you want to do. I don't know how to explain it. It was the same feeling I had when I was a kid and I watched Bob Ross. I was like, oh my gosh, I just want to do it. And I felt like there was this Bob Ross inside me that was trying to come out. And every time I tried to let my Bob Ross out, it was like he drank he drank like a gallon of whiskey or something before he got going. And I thought, oh Lordy, no. So I don't know. And I never had art in school. Well, I didn't go to school that long, so, but, I mean, I had like regular, like little kid art class, like when you do art, like little kid, like grade school, but I didn't have like art classes. I don't know. And I There's artists in my family, but they also didn't go to school for very long, and so they were just self-taught artists. And so they didn't teach me anything because they were just, it wasn't like something that they ever had to learn. I don't know if that makes any sense. Like, and they had different kinds of arts. Like I had, and it's just like one of my sons, like we didn't know this, but he plays music by ear. Like he when he was a kid, he wanted to play the drums. He wanted to play the drums, and we were like, yeah, of course, you know. So playing an instrument in school is expensive. I don't know if it matters where you live, but here it was so expensive. And to play the drums, and it starts in grade school, so the school doesn't have what he needed, but to take the drum, to go into music class, if he wanted to play the drums, we had to buy the snare drum, which I think you always have to do it, right? You buy the flute or the trumpet or whatever. So we had to buy the snare drum. Well, that thing's expensive. Oh my gosh. And so we're like, all right, we had to make payments, you know, monthly payments. We bought the snare drum. There's a music store. We bought it, and he was playing it. Well, in class, it turned out he was doing all other kinds of stuff. And so we went to one of the, you know, the kids' things where they play the instruments. And his teacher was telling us how good he is on the drums. So, okay, so he's good on the drums. Right on. That's great. And she was impressed with how he was picking it up. So we were really happy because it was money well spent. Because, you know, you just never know. Like, is the kid going to stick with it? Like, we're paying $500 for this snare drum. And back then, $500, I mean, you might as well have told us, you know, it was a $10,000 class or something. So, you know, exaggeration station here. So anyways, we went to the thing and to watch, but he wasn't the kid playing the drums. And she said he was the best one in the class for the drums. And we were like, what happened? Like, this is the kid that never gets in trouble in school, always gets good grades. He doesn't even have to try. He loves learning, like, and he loves music. And I'm thinking, what happened? Why isn't he playing the drums? Like, did he decide he doesn't like it? I was so confused. And so I asked after the concert, I said, I just wanted to check in and make sure, like, is he, like, in trouble, or is he not doing well? Does he need, like, extra help? Because I'm thinking as this mom, you know, as a mom, and I don't have very much money, and I'm thinking, but I got to do what I can do, because I know that I thought that he loved it. Is there something I'm missing? Do I need to help him out somehow? And she said, no, what happened is he actually plays many different instruments without even any kind of, like, keyboard, like the keyboarding, anything that has keyboards or percussion, is that what it's called? Any kind of, like, I don't know, my friends, what I'm trying to say. But anyways, she said, and so I don't know if it was because somebody wasn't there. I don't remember the whole story, but something like that. So she went ahead, because there was another kid that was really good with drums. So she went ahead and put him with the drums, and she had to move my son to something else because he could do it, and he could do many different things. And I was like, what, sister? What are you talking about? I'm like, okay, well, that's interesting. So, well, good, yay. Well, I still felt kind of sad because I felt like, I don't know, I felt like the drums were, I guess because I had money invested in it also, maybe, I don't know. But I just thought, wow, so he played a whole different thing instead of the drums that he loved. But he told me he had fun. He liked doing it. So he goes, I like playing lots of things, Mom. It's fun. I like it. I like music. And I was like, all right. You know, and he was young. What was he, like, 4th grade or something like this? So he, well, then somebody, what was it? He got he wanted a keyboard. And I was like, oh my gosh. Well, I'll tell you what, if you pay for half of the keyboard, we'll get a keyboard, I think is what it was. I don't remember now. Oh my gosh, you guys. No, that was the drum set. He wanted a drum set. I said, okay, we found a drum set at a hawk shop, and it was expensive. And we told him, he had a paper out, and we told him if he paid half of it, we would pay the rest of it and cover the tax. But he would have to pay for half of it, because I just felt like if he had a full investment in it, then, and at this point, I didn't know if he was going to stick with music. So he said, okay. So anyways, we did that and got the drum set, and he loved it. And then he ended up playing, that's what he was. He ended up playing in a little band in our town with some older kids. And a couple of them had already been graduated from high school. And I think at this time he was already in junior high now. So he, maybe like 8th grade, 9th grade. So we started playing with these kids, and he was like, can I play in this band, Mom? And I'm like, what? With all these old kids? No. I'm like, you guys got to practice at our house. And my friends were like, are you kidding me? You're going to have a band? I was like, my son loves music. He's good. He wants to play. I can't let my young child go hang out with all these, 11th, 12th graders. Or I don't even know if any of them were even in 11th grade. They might have only been seniors. And adults, young adults. Like, I'm not sending him to somebody's house. I know what I was like as a young adult. I wasn't like a super crazy, but, I definitely wasn't a responsible parent, So anyways, I thought, so we went ahead and did that. And then he practiced at home. Well, one of the girls, so we ended up becoming very close family friends with them and their parents. And so the girl, I'm not giving any names, you guys. So the girl, she played the keyboard, and oh my gosh, she was so amazing. I'm sure she still is. But they would leave their stuff at our house, some of it sometimes, because they practiced a lot. It was so loud. We actually had to give them hours to play because it was loud. They were doing everything: guitars, bass, electric, keyboard, drums. Like, they were full on music players and singing. So they had recording stuff. It was pretty cool. Anyhow, oh wow, that's like way off. Is that where we're supposed to be? So they, anyhow, I heard the keyboard going one day, and I was like, oh, I didn't know she was here. So I went downstairs to say hi, and she wasn't here. It wasn't her. It was my son. And I'm like, what the heck? And then I started paying more attention, and I was like, how did you learn that song? He goes, I just this. And I was like, wow. And that's when I learned he plays by ear. He would put music on the radio and listen to it. The radio. It wasn't the radio. I'm not from the 50s. I wish I was. But he would put on a CD, and he would listen to the music, like a part, and then he would turn the music off, and then he would play it. And I was like, what the heck? How did you learn how to do that? I thought he learned it in school. He goes, I go, they teach you that in school? He goes, no. He goes, they taught me I guess, they taught him some of the things, whatever. I've never taken music. Some of the things, all the letters and stuff, he taught him all that. And I guess he put it to good use. Anyhow, he still plays music to this day. He writes music, he plays, he sings. He likes to do different things. And I don't know why I went on that. Oh, because of the different types of artists in the family. Everybody has them, don't they? But I just thought, how come I can't just wake up and know what my talent is like everybody else? Why am I getting jilted? I'm so dramatic. Okay, yeah. I think that's going to work, my friends. I'm going to just continue to do this. And I got to go get all my other little thingies here. And yeah, that's it. I know this is a super long video. It was a long, chatty video. Thanks for working with me and helping me get through this. I think I'm going to make some more of this paper, though, to create pockets in my journals. What do you think? Anyhow, let me know. Did you wake up with your artfulness? Do you have a family member that just woke up and they're just woke up? I mean, like being born, like, hey, I'm just going to grab something and do something. Oh, yeah. Okay. It's easy. Anybody can do it. No, they can't. Anyhow, thanks for hanging out with me, my friends. I enjoy spending all my time with you. I really, really do, to the point that I don't get anything else done anymore. I hope you enjoy all your moments. I'll see you on the next video. Bye.